Hey there, welcome to another video. Today in this video, I will be talking about Windows 11 and all the changes that you should make in Windows 11 to make it more optimized and make it a little bit more customized to your liking. I will be telling you a lot of things in this video, so make sure you are watching it till the very end if you want to know all the things. Now, the very first thing that you should do after installing Windows 11 or any operating system is the drivers installation. Most of the drivers generally are automatically downloaded by Windows, like Bluetooth, sound, display drivers. But if you are using a discrete GPU, then I would suggest you to download the discrete GPU drivers manually. Don't let Windows download it, and even if Windows has downloaded them, then simply uninstall them and download the latest discrete GPU drivers from the manufacturer's website. Preferably, in most cases, it is going to be Nvidia or AMD. Just go ahead and download the drivers and install it after the Windows installation is all complete. So this is the very first thing that you should do after getting Windows installed. And just in case you are having issues with the internet connectivity, then you might also need to get Wi-Fi or Ethernet drivers installed. In some cases, Windows automatically downloads the Ethernet drivers, but in some cases you will have to download the Ethernet or Wi-Fi drivers manually. So with all that said, let's jump on to the things that you should do after getting those basic drivers installed. Now, the very first thing I would like to do in Windows after getting things installed is just go to this start button and right click on it, and you can go to settings from here. This is the accessibility panel of Windows 11. You can go to a lot of places from here. But before that, just click search, and here in search, type task manager. Simply go to task manager. You won't be prompted task manager like this. I think it is going to be a little bit a shorter version of it. Yeah, it is going to show you like this. So you will need to click more details, and you will be seeing all the programs that are running right now, all the apps. You will need to go to performance, and here in the performance tab, just right click and select some review. Now this is going to give you a detailed information of all the system components usage, like CPU usage, memory usage, disk usage, your Wi-Fi download speeds, your GPU usage, and all the details. Right now I am recording, so you can see my GPU is getting utilized at 74%. A game download is also going on in the background. I am having a 100 Mbps connection, so you can see it clearly says I'm getting a download speed of 109 to 110 Mbps. So this is a really good utility. You can have this in the corner of your display. So once all that is done, go to start, simply right click, and then go to settings. Now we are going to make a few changes here in this settings panel. There are multiple tabs, system, Bluetooth, and all. So the very first thing I would like you to do is just go down to the about section and then go to system protection. Here you can create a restore point. What a restore point does is it creates an image of your system, and you can revert back to that image on a future date if in case something goes wrong with your machine. If after an installation your system is bricked or it is not working properly, then you can use that image that you will be creating using this restore point tool, and you're going to get your PC in a functional state even if it is not working at that moment. So it works quite nicely. I have used this tool in the past. Put the name of your restore point and simply click create, and it is going to create a restore point for your machine. This is going to be really handy if you do stuff on your machine that can break your system, that can cause issues. Then go to advanced system settings. Here you can choose some visual performance settings. You can select adjust for best performance. You can also adjust for the best appearance. If you have a computer that is not fast enough, then you can choose this to the best performance. It is going to disable all the all the themes and everything, it is going to turn your Windows to a very basic look. So if you are into that, you can select this, but I like it the way it is, so I'm not going to do any changes here. Then go to Bluetooth and devices. This is absolutely personal and is going to depend on how you want to use this section. I don't have any Bluetooth devices turned on right now, so my Bluetooth is off. Then go to network and internet. Here you can do a few changes. Right now I'm using Wi-Fi, but in your case it is possible that you may be having Wi-Fi in your computer. You may be having those Wi-Fi dongles on your motherboard, but you are connected using an Ethernet connection. So you can disable Wi-Fi in that case. And you can also disable Ethernet if you are not using it. To disable Ethernet, you simply need to go to Advanced Network Settings and simply click Disable. In my case, I have already done that, so it is showing I can enable it right now. Now it's time to go to some personalization settings. Here you can make all the changes you want. It is all very subjective, it is all personal. But there is one thing that I want to show you here. And in this themes settings, you can see this desktop icon settings. You can choose the icons you want on your desktop by clicking this part of the settings panel. In my case, I have only selected computer and recycle bin. I don't use control panel and other user files and networks. Apart from all that, these settings are all very personal. You can choose whatever you prefer. It is not going to affect your user experience much. Then go to apps and then click apps and features. Now this is really important stuff. If you have installed Windows 11, then you will be having quite a lot of apps that you won't be using. In my case, it was the OneDrive and a few other apps that I would have never used. So I've already uninstalled them, and you can choose whatever you don't use and just simply uninstall it. Like this Rain in the City, I haven't installed this program and it is still there, so I can just simply go ahead and uninstall it. And there will be a lot of programs in this list that you won't be using, but they are still going to be present, like this Solitaire Collection 2. I don't use it and I'm never going to use it too in the future, so I'm not going to let it stay here. I uninstalled it. And there can be a lot of apps like this here. So just uninstall all the apps that you don't use. Then we are going to come down to the gaming section, because the accounts and time and language section is all very basic and you don't need to make any changes there. Then in the gaming section, I would suggest you to turn the game mode off. I have noticed a lot of issues when the game mode was turned on. The gameplay experience was not good when I was playing a few games. There were some shuttering issues, the FPS used to drop here and there, but since I turned game mode off, all those issues have disappeared and I have enjoyed using my system for gaming a lot more since then. So just turn the game mode off. Then coming down to the accessibility settings, I think there is not much you need to change here. Then coming down to the privacy and security settings, here you need to go to the diagnostics and feedback, and then you simply turn this off. You don't want to send any optional diagnostics data. Microsoft is already doing a pretty good job of collecting all the information they want, so make sure you turn this off. And then for the feedback frequency, it is selected at automatically recommended, but I would suggest you to turn it to never. And that is it. That is all you need to do. Just turn everything off here too. Then go back again, and there is nothing very important here. Then go to Windows Update. In the Windows Update, you can change a few things. Go to Advanced Options and just turn all of these off. You can also change the active hours. Active hours is going to make sure that your system is not downloading updates in the hours that you have selected. Then go down to delivery optimization. Here you just need to turn this off, because if you have multiple computers connected to a single network, your computer is going to share all the updates that it has downloaded with the other computers. So I don't think that is a worthy thing to do. If you think that is something that you want, then you can obviously leave this on. But in my case, I don't think it is worthy enough, and I'm going to turn it off. Apart from that, you have some bandwidth control too. You can limit the download and upload speed, but I don't think that is any worth for me, so I'm not going to do any changes there. And that is all the settings that I would like you to have a look at in the settings panel. Apart from that, you can go to the task manager again and make sure your app startups is not very intense. So in the task manager, you need to go to the startup tab, and here make sure all those apps that you use on a regular basis, all those apps that are important to you, are the only apps that are going to start when your computer starts. So in my case, you can see there are a few apps that used to start automatically, like this CCX process, scan and printing. I'm not going to disable them right now, but there can be a lot of apps in your case that may already be running once your system starts. So make sure you disable them. This is going to give you a little bit of a performance boost and is also going to make your system start a little bit faster. So these are the few things that I think are really important if you have recently installed Windows 11 or maybe Windows 10 too. Make these changes and your computer is going to be in a better state after this. So this is all I have for you in this video. If you found this video helpful, then please make sure to hit the like button down below. Also share this video with your friends or maybe your family members who you think are going to find this video helpful. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and I will talk to you in the next video.